This is the Gleaners Corporate Coffee Mornings. I'm your host, Barbara Ellington, and with me today is Scott Dunn. And Scott is Financial Director for Dream Entertainment.
Morning.
Welcome, Scott.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So every year for the past 6 years, you've had this summer event, and it's steadily growing. It's been a week-long event now this is the
Third year.
third year.
Right.
Okay. How has that been going?
Excellent. I mean, we took the opportunity on the 50th anniversary of Jamaica's independence to say, let's grow from being a weekend festival to a week-long festival. It's really within our mandate as a company to grow this event. We're focused on what we call entertainment tourism and selling destination Jamaica. And, we've grown it to 6 days, and hopefully we'll grow it even more in the future.
It's entertainment tourism. I'm glad you mentioned that, because you must be a big blessing for the Jamaica Tourist Board. They must be very happy because there was no festival per se for the Negril area before you guys came on the scene. So what are the dates this year in Negril, and tell me about some of the benefits to that area.
Well, first, I think Tourist Board is very happy with us. We have a relationship with them. They've been sponsors from year one, and, we're growing and we're holding hands and trying to do a lot. In terms of the dates, we're August 1st to 6th, and, in Negril once again, and we're really looking forward to this year.
You spread out not just in Negril, but in the neighboring parishes. Do you spread to St. James and Hanover too?
Well, all events are in Negril, but Negril doesn't really have the room stock, needed for a festival of this size. So we find that we have a lot of patrons staying in Hanover, like at the Grand Palladium Hotel, and we still have a few patrons in say, Montego Bay in hotels there, as well as a lot of people that live within the neighboring parishes that choose to just drive back and forth on a daily basis rather than taking on the expense of a hotel.
So tell me about room stock. Do you have adequate room stocks? How many do you need? And
Well, in the way we understand it, there's about 7,000 rooms from Negril Point to Grand Palladium, and we're pretty much very close to 100% occupancy each year. You'll find already, we're in mid-April, that a lot of the hotels are already booked out in Negril for August 1st to 6th. So in terms of adequacy, I guess in terms of long-term growth, it's probably not adequate amount of rooms, but there are new rooms coming on stream, as well as, we look at, two ways of growing this festival. One is to grow it outside of Negril, so extending the events to, say, Montego Bay. So we'll have events simultaneously happening in Negril and Montego Bay.
Okay.
And two is to extend it in terms of the dates. So rather than being 6 days long, this could be something that's happening every weekend, throughout the summer.
Over the summer.
Similar to kind of how spring break tends to work
I see.
in the big spring break cities.
Now, Smirnoff has been your title sponsor for a long time.
Yeah.
How is that relationship? And tell me about any other sponsors who you might have in the mix.
Well, it's an excellent relationship. We couldn't do it without Smirnoff, in all honesty. They've been on board since day one. Well, the Red Stripe, the company, because it was initially Red Stripe Dream Weekend in year one.
Right.
And, internally, they strategically decided to switch it to Smirnoff in year two. So, from year two now into year six, it's been Smirnoff Dream Weekend. They're every step of the way. We plan all our lead-up events together. We plan our marketing, our PR, advertising all together. So it's a very strategic partnership. Other sponsors would include the Gleaner, who are print media sponsors, and again have been since year one. Jamaica Tourist Board, who we mentioned earlier, again from year one, and Red Stripe as well as another brand within the company, Red Stripe. If you're a Jamaican company and you're a Jamaican brand trying to export to the world, I don't see any other event anywhere in the world that you can touch the diaspora the way Smirnoff Dream Weekend does. I mean, we're talking about thousands of people coming from all the major diaspora markets, New York, London, Toronto, Miami, that are here, and then even beyond that.
So it's exciting that so many people are coming in from overseas for the event this year. When we come back, we'll talk some more about that. This is the Gleaners Corporate Coffee Mornings, and my guest is Scott Dunn, and Scott is Financial Director of Dream Entertainment.